What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is here. Another day, another game. We're here to review the Leeds United versus Sheffield United game, which ended 2-1 to Leeds United, putting us back into the top half of the league currently. So we're 10th place right now. I did think it was going to be a bigger scoreline, but listen, we'll get into that. I just want to say thanks to everyone that's interacted on the live stream so far. It's been a lot of fun. That's how I like it, just interactive with the live chat, and you know, it was a lot of fun doing that. I don't mind doing it like this, but doing live streams is a lot of fun, and there'll be more to come with that. If you haven't seen the one with Turkish from AFTV, please go and check that out. We spoke about previewing our games this weekend, but we spoke about so much more in that stream, including touching on the passing of Claude from AFTV, and rest in peace, Claude. You know, who was a big figure in the YouTube game, big figure. You know, if you haven't heard "Time to Go," I don't know where you've been. Everyone knows that phrase from Claude, and you know, it was very sudden that he passing, and you know, big up for Turkish for still coming through for me, because he didn't have to come on and he still did that, so big up that. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. Keep liking, keep subscribing, share the videos. You know, all the support is welcome, as you know, and it's always appreciated. Everyone knows that. You know, I don't take it for granted when people watch my stuff, so thank you to everyone that tuned in. And like I say, there'll be more live shows to come. But talking about the game today, listen, I predicted on the video with Turkish, I thought we was going to win 3-4-0. And in essence, we should have. It should have been one of those scorelines today, but we were just so wasteful, especially in the second half. Let's just get the goals out of the way. Tyler Roberts plays through Raphinha, who then drops the shoulder and does what he does, puts in a nice ball, and you know, Jack Harrison taps it in 1-0. From there, I'm thinking it's going to be 2, 3, 4, like LeBron in Miami with the Heat, and it just didn't happen. You know, we sat off, and you know, I could see it coming. Before they scored, I was shouting at the TV, and I don't think they heard me, but I was saying to them, man, we just got to concentrate, keep focus, don't get complacent, because we're starting to get a little bit loose with the passing. And you could see, you know, for their equaliser, you know, our left side of the defence, Alioski, Cooper side, you know, they switched off, and McBurney had all the time in the world to get a shot off. And Simon Osborne, or is it Simon or is it Ben Osborne? I think it's Ben Osborne, isn't it? Yeah. Ben Osborne gets his first goal for Sheffield United, and you know, that's happened so many times. You watch these videos, you've seen it. Eze gets his first. You know, Almiron breaks his bad form and gets one against us. You know, Ben Osborne today. And the thing is, as our team gets better, those kind of things are going to stop happening to us. But right now, it's going to keep happening to us, because that's just what we are at the minute. So that's 1-1. It was undeserved as well for me. They did not deserve to be 1-1 going into half time. Not one bit. You know, 2-1 second half. Jack Harrison cross, and Phil Jagielka puts it in his own goal. And that was it, you know, in terms of the goals. And it was deserved. We should have got so much more. The wastefulness, you know, I'm going to just get the negatives out of the way. Tell me what you think in the comments, but I thought it was desperately unlucky for Pascal Struijk to lose his place to Liam Cooper today. You know, we're talking about defensive partnerships needing understanding and time. And you know, Struijk and Llorente were building that understanding up. It was looking really good, and because Liam Cooper's fit, he gets a start. I don't agree with that, because, and you know what, that's not usually what Bielsa does. He usually, if something's working, he doesn't usually change it. So it's very, you know, I don't know if there was something there. I haven't watched the post-game interviews or anything like that, but it's just so unlucky for Struijk to lose his place today, and you know, lose his spot to Liam Cooper. Tell me what you think in the comments. Alioski again, you know, I'm trying not to speak about that, because I'm saying it is what it is for this season. But again, today, so wasteful. You know, he was trying his best to score a goal, no problem with that, but the decisions have got to be better. You know, his shots weren't good today. His passing was a little off. It was off at times where it didn't even have to be. And for me, again, I don't want to say it again, but it's just as we get better and these players go, you're going to see the difference, because I'll talk about Llorente now. And it was like he was doing the work of two centre-backs today. And some people will criticise him for losing the ball, you know, when he's trying to pass it out. That's going to happen with a ball-playing centre-back. Happens to the best of them. And you can see with him getting fitter, he's just getting better. That's the reason why Spain keep calling him up, the reason why they keep playing him. It's not just because he's just any other defender, it's because he's a really good defender, and we're seeing that. He was tremendous for us today. He was colossal. You know, he's doing the job of two people there, and he made one defensive header today. You know, running back, it could have gone anywhere, but because he's so composed, it goes out of danger. He was really good today, Llorente. Same with Stuart Dallas, another tremendous performance by him. Luke Ayling, another solid outing for Luke as well. Calvin Phillips was Calvin Phillips today, just doing the dirty work, just mopping up and, you know, giving the ball out to the wingers in Harrison and Raf to just do their thing. Raphinha again, once again, just amazing. You know, and Ali McCoy, and shout out Ali McCoy, because, you know, I've given pundits and everyone else a lot of stick, but Ali McCoy is a card. He's amazing. Now, I've heard him a few times this season, and he's what you want on commentary, man. He's just fun. You know, there was a couple of battles between Alioski and Jayden Bogle today, and if you saw the first one where Alioski had the ball in between his knees and arms, Jayden Bogle then comes behind him and kind of like bounces on him, and then Ali McCoy said something like, I think that was almost illegal, and, you know, in his accent, and it just killed me, man. I was laughing forever, because it's what you're thinking, but commentators don't usually say it, but Ali McCoy said it. And then, you know, continuing that Jayden Bogle Alioski thing, they had a battle with before Bogle went off, and Alioski, I think Alioski grabbed his tings, you know. I'm pretty sure Alioski grabbed his tings, and I don't know, man. Them two just had a good old battle on the pitch, man. It was like a little old school between them two. But yeah, big up Ali McCoy for his commentary skills. But yeah, Raphinha was amazing today, and you know, Ali McCoy's highlighted it every time Raphinha did something great today. He was just good. Again, he's just, I've run out of superlatives for this guy. He's just so good on the ball and off the ball as well, and tracking back, he's doing that dirty work too. Cannot sing his praises enough. And you know, I bet Sheffield United wish they had a player with just a quarter of his ability. Just a game changer. You know, I spoke about Alioski and Cooper, you know, not making the best of it. I thought Tyler Roberts didn't make the best of it either today. And why I'm saying this is the context of who they were playing. They're playing Sheffield United, who are bottom of the league, devoid of confidence. They're there for the taking. And I don't think that these guys who are on the periphery of the team, and when I say that, I mean for when these next 4 or 5 players come in, you got to think it's going to be their spots. I don't think Alioski is going to be here anyway, so, you know, see you later. But for like Liam Cooper, Tyler Roberts, they're trying to stake a place in this team, stake their claim. And I don't think they put their best foot forward today, in my opinion. What do you guys think, man? You guys let me know how you thought that they got on today. I just don't think that they did enough good things in the game to say, you know what, we're going to be good enough to have a starting spot every game next season. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Harrison had a good game. Couple, you know, passes when we was trying to break and get that third goal. He did misplace a few, but overall his game was good today. You know, goal and assist. You know, you can't argue with that. Yes, a couple of his passes late on could have been a bit more crisp, but listen, you're going to have to figure that in a game like this against Sheffield United, where it's not, in all fairness, it's not really going to matter much. Incident in the first half with George Baldock and Tyler Roberts, though, that's a red card. You know, and it goes again to the point of the class of the referees in this country. The referee on the field misses it. The VAR don't even look at it because George Baldock stays down. It don't matter if George Baldock is injured or not. That's a red card. He's off the ground, both feet, nowhere near the ball, takes out Tyler Roberts, folds him up like a pretzel, and they don't even give a yellow card for that. Just poor officiating. It's just a continuing theme in this country, man. It's just not going to get better until they just reset the refs and just get a new batch in, because they can't do any worse than these ones now. On the field, and VAR don't even look at it because Baldock stays down. And I got to admit, at first, when Baldock stayed down, because he did this earlier in the season where he took somebody out with a similar kind of tackle, 2 foot, and it should have been a penalty. But because he stayed down injured, it didn't even get reviewed. And they did it before. Obviously, he was hurt today. So, you know, and You know, he should have been taken off straight away. Shouldn't have stayed on the pitch. But I thought he was doing it again. But you've gotta get those decisions right. But until they overhaul this refereeing system, there's just no point talking about it. But that should have been a red card. Bamford had a quiet game, and big up to Ethan Ampadu, who made a really good tackle on Bamford. Bamford was about to pull the trigger. Ampadu just nicked it off his feet and went on his way. So you gotta appreciate plays like that. If it was my defender, I'd have been praising him to the sky, and it was just a good play. Other than that, it was one-way traffic for me. Sheffield United, for all the little bits of possession they had, they weren't really effective with it. Second half was very scrappy. Every time that they got the ball, we just nick it off them and press them instead. It was, it should have been a bigger scoreline, but you know what, we'll take the 2-1 victory. And at this point of the season, being 10th with the amount of games that we've got left, you can't really argue with it. I'm not going to argue with it. I just wish that some of the players that are on the edge of selection just put in a better case for themselves. It's for their own benefit if they want to be a big part of the team going forward, because as sentimental as some fans are, I don't think Andrea is. I think he's looking at the bigger picture, and if he wants to go where he wants to go, which is European football, he knows that some of this is just not going to cut it. So but give me your thoughts on the game. I don't think there's anything else that I've missed. Talked about Alioski and Bogle, which was hilarious. I don't know how people cough. I know somebody else had to find that funny, right? It's hilarious. But yeah, listen, our next game, boy, is away at Manchester City. Now, all the chest and bravado I had in the stream with Turkish about pamming Sheffield United, my chest is shrunk. It's not out for this one. I'm not going to give a score prediction right now because it's too far out. But listen, Manchester City are a machine. They're a different kind of team. One thing I'll say is that I didn't expect us to get nothing at Leicester. We beat them 3-1. I didn't expect us to get anything against Chelsea recently, and we drew 0-0. But Manchester City are just on that next level. This isn't the same Man City that visited us at Ellen Road early in the season, where they're a bit out of sorts and working out a new system. They're a well-oiled machine, and well, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. I'm going to digest this. I'm going to dine off this result, though, today. Enjoy it, and before I can even think about that Manchester City game. So, yeah, peeps, man. Thanks for tuning in again. Keep liking, keep subscribing, man, and, look out for the next live stream. I don't know when that will be. I don't know if it's going to be by myself or if I'm going to try and get somebody else to come on with me. But just keep looking out, man. Hit the bell so you're notified of when videos go out, because it's what I'm doing it for, man. It's, I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now. So yeah, Leeds win, and yeah, we'll move on from there. 2-1. Let's go.